What is the funniest prank a parent, grandparent, aunt, or uncle has ever pulled on you, siblings and cousins? Not me, but still very funny. When I was at the office, someone connected a Bluetooth mouse to someone's computer and put the mouse next to the office printer. Lol, everyone was in on it. Just a casual nudge of the mouse as we walked by here and there. As time progressed, he got a new mouse thinking his was broken. You should have seen his reaction when someone nudged the wireless again. It was priceless, lol. It went on for a good 2 months before he realized. My father swore that the radio knob in the car was loose, so every time he turned right, it would get louder, and left it would get quieter. It wasn't until years later that I discovered what steering wheel volume controls were. Not sure if this falls into the same category as a prank, but it's a favorite moment for sure. My mom had bought some chocolate cheesecake swirl brownie things from the store, which I saw before my brother did. I opened the box and started to take one out the box. As I'm about to bite into it, he walks up and asks, "Have you tried those yet? How are they?" I go ahead and take a bite and promptly spit the entire thing in the trash, saying how gross it was. He walks away happy he didn't take a bite, and I get the whole rest of the box to myself. About a year later, my brother finally asked my mom why she keeps buying the brownies since they're so gross, and she says, "That doesn't make sense. You guys keep eating them so quickly." That was a delicious year. After my family watched the animated movie Pinocchio from Disney, my aunt stitched together fake donkey ears, and because she works in makeup for movies, she used makeup glue to glue the donkey ears to my brothers, her sons and nephews, into thinking their misbehavior was turning them into donkeys. I was spared because I never misbehaved. Lol, were they asleep when she did it? How did she manage to do it without them noticing? More of a joke than a prank, but I love this memory. Waiting for the bus with my mom, and suddenly she said, "Look, at the big orange cat on the road," us being huge cat ladies. I looked, and rolling down the road was an orange cat digger. By the time my brain processed what happened, my mom was wheezing from laughing too hard. FYI, English is our second language. Alright, so we have a painting that floats around the house. People take turns sticking it in weird spots to freak people out. So I go to bed one night and someone puts it at the foot of my bed. The door closing wakes me up, and I can only make out a face in the darkness. I spent a minute trembling under the covers before I realized what happened. Our senior prank in high school was that we made a super elaborate mural like graffiti at our school with our class year on it. It was so detailed and well made they couldn't remove it because it happened on a weekend, so it sat around for a few days, plus it was made to fit the school. Basically, we managed to make the school like nicer in such a way they couldn't get rid of it without making it look like they had no school spirit. It's the Christmas of 2009 in Romania. My grandpa excitedly comes in bringing a bunch of these candy apples. My sister takes a bit over the coating. She goes, "Yum," another bite, and she starts nauseating. The smell of onion fills the room. She still won't let him live that one down. The school up the road from my own had a clock tower. So for the grad prank one year, students walked a cow up the clock tower. Hang on. I read somewhere you can get cows to walk upstairs but not down. Is that not true? Or if it is, what happened to the cow? They won't do it on their own, but they manage to do it if you force them to, which just seems cruel. Folks shouldn't involve living creatures that can't consent and to do things like that. Let the big grass doggos stay on solid ground. We mostly played pranks on our mom, but she and I used to hide a plastic cockroach for the other to find in odd places. One Christmas, though, my sis and I turned all of the stuffed animals in the den to face the spot where mom has her morning coffee. Took a few minutes for her to realize why she felt a bit creepy, lol. This one I pulled on my younger sister. There was a set of stoneware plates my parents had. My sister and I would bicker who would get this one plate that spelled, "You are special today." One day I replied to my sister, "Okay, you can have it. You are special." Took her 10 minutes to realize the joke, and I was the one who was enrolled in special ed. When I was little, my dad told me that if I swallowed gum, it would stay in my stomach for 7 years. He played it up like it was the most serious thing ever, and I avoided chewing gum for ages. It wasn't until years later that I found out it was just a prank. Now, I chew gum like it's going out of style, and my dad still laughs about how scared I was.